If you're afraid that once you start making money online, the money won't keep coming, this method pays you $100,000 every single month from home, and it's literally the fastest way to make money online right now from home. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. If we go to Stripe and I logged in there, the past 7 days we can see $70,000. The past 4 weeks is $194,000, and the past 12 months is $1.13 million, right? And you can see here that it is trending way up, and it's going to blow through 3 million this year. And it's because of the method I'm going to show you that we figured out that is allowing us to scale like this. So I'm not saying this to brag, but I want you to understand what's possible, in 4 weeks here, almost $200,000. And so of course, you're not going to get to $100,000 tomorrow. And of course, it's going to take some work. But this is the fastest and the easiest way to make money because it's all about the leverage. So if we can leverage to get a whole lot of money made with just a little bit of effort because we use the right leverage points, that's where it really comes to making more money online and to be able to work from home to make $100,000, right? So if you would do me a favor though, if you want more ways to make money, if you can stop right now, go to the comments and leave me a yes, that would be really helpful because I'm running a lot of tests and a lot of challenges, different ways to make money. So if you would like to see more ways to make money online, that helps me know we're on the right track and that you like this kind of content. So if you'd leave me a yes, that's great. Now, as far as actually doing this, I do want to mention that there is a website here. I'm going to talk about this. It's shortformriches.com. And this is live classes, right? So when I mention live classes, I'm talking about shortformriches.com. So you know what I'm talking about. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to Scary Toolbots. So I'm going to kind of walk you through this. So stick with me on the whole video because I'm going to give you the whole method here and actually show you. But scarytoolbots.com is the first part of it. If we go here to scarytoolbots.com, we can enter an email address down here and click Grab Now, and then we get a list. What is this list? It's a checklist of companies that are going to pay us when we promote their products and then someone buys the products. So you may have heard it under different terms, but the concept here is the same. If we go to each one of these companies' websites and we roll down to the bottom of the page and we can see across here there are tons of different companies, there'll be an affiliate program. It'll say the word affiliate, right? So if we go here, for example, to this tool, which is a writing tool that also integrates with ChatGPT, meaning they have an API that plugs into ChatGPT, and we roll down here to the bottom, we can see that they have an affiliate partner program where when someone signs up, you get 30% reoccurring commission. So let me show you. When someone signs up for this, you get 30%, which is how we get to this $5,700 of unpaid earnings here. If we look at the payouts, we can see that there's $2,000, $3,000, about, sometimes $4,000 for the past over a year, right? So we roll all the way back to 2021. And so this is a reoccurring thing. And that's one of the great things about this is that when you get into reoccurring offers, that's another leverage point where you do the work now and you get paid next month and next month and next month for every month that they're a customer. So if they're a customer for 5 years, you get paid every single month for 5 years on that customer, right? So there's 445 customers signed up here. So we're getting paid every single month on those customers. And so we need to pick an offer, right? When you go pick an offer and you go down, they give you this link. The link is a unique link that's tracking and it tracks to you so that when you go out there and put that link out there, quote unquote, and I'll show you what out there is in just a second. When you put that link out on the internet and someone clicks on that link and they go there and they buy, you get paid. And in this case, you get paid 30% reoccurring commission, right? So what are we going to do? Well, we can use, of course, any of these tools on the Scary Toolbots website, but now we have to get someone to click on the link. That's where short form content comes in. And this is one of our leverage points. Again, so the reoccurring commission is a leverage point and the short form content is a leverage point. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If we go to YouTube, for example, and this is only one place, I've just searched up Make Money Online, right? You could obviously do this with anything. So this one is an AI writing tool. So you could, put in the name like Jasper and Make Money Online with an AI writing tool, whatever, right? This is shorts here. This is short form content. You can also think TikTok. You can also think Facebook Reels. You can also think Instagram. So any typically content that is less than 60 seconds, and generally speaking, it is in the vertical. In fact, probably always it's in the vertical orientation like this. So like a phone, right? You're holding it up. You can see the vertical orientation rather than your standard widescreen orientation like you see up here with Mr. Beast, right? So you have short form content, and short form content is amazing because it doesn't take very long, right? If we're filming a 30-second video, right? That's, by the time we shoot it and we edit it and we do everything, it's a matter of a few minutes, right? To do everything to make a short form video. Whereas if we're going to do a long video, that could take quite a long time. So like if you're trying to do a video like this one where, you're watching right now, obviously it takes longer. You have to be more cohesive with your thought pattern and really think everything out. Whereas with a short form video, you can kind of get in and get out and you're doing like 30 seconds, right? So it's just easier, it's faster, and it's simpler. And the very best part is massive amounts of people watch short form content. They swipe up on their phone. So you can see like this video has 1.3 million views, 5.8 thousand views, 20,000 views. So you can get a lot of views on a short form video much faster. Like this one right here, 65,000 views, a lot of views really quick, which is amazing because what we're going to do is we're going to get a video, and somewhere in the video, we're going to say, go to this website, right? And so we make a video. Hey, this is really amazing AI writing tool called Jasper. You should go check it out. And you put a link. You say, you register domain and you set it up to forward. And we talk about that in the live classes. What I'm talking about again is the short form riches classes, right? And so then it forwards to that special link. So you could have like the amazing AI writing tool.com, right? And it forwards to this link that tracks to you so you get paid. And you say the amazing AI writing tool in the video. Here, let me show you a video. So here's a video. This person, and obviously this isn't what I'm telling you to do, but see how they say go to Etsy.com right here? And I'm not telling you to go to Etsy. That's, a handmade thing. And that's its whole other thing. That's not what we're talking about. I'm giving you the example of, in the short form video, you're going to say, hey, there's an amazing AI writing tool. It has an API that hooks into ChatGPT, and you can use the chat function. So it allows you to use ChatGPT even when ChatGPT is overloaded. It'll also write other things for your Facebook pages or your websites, or even write things for you if you want to send an email, right? And make it look professional, right? And do all the work for you. And so you can say, check it out and go to mostamazingaIwritingtool.com. And then that would forward over to your link right here. Someone will click it and they get paid. So you can make an actual short form video, upload it, get thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of views of people seeing, and you have your website in there and they click the link and they get paid. Now, you could do that. Now, I realize I just told you to do that, and I'm going to tell you now not to do that. But that was kind of like method one. So that is, you make the video and you go directly to the link. Now, there's a better method that we can build on top of this. And I said it like this because, again, it's about leverage points. So we had a leverage point here because we chose an offer where we can get a reoccurring commission. And then we had a leverage point here because we now used making a small amount of time on a video that will then run for months and years and generate traffic to our link. Now, we could go ahead and send them directly to the offer that we chose here, just we chose Jasper. But a better way to do this and get another leverage point is to add another step in the middle. So rather than getting the offer and using the short form content to send straight to the offer, we're going to use the short form content, meaning the video. So rather than saying, go to an amazing AI tool and have them send straight to this link here, we're going to say, go to an amazingaitool.com and have it send to a CRM. And then we're going to build a list off of that. So what's a CRM? Well, you can drop down in the comments if you don't know. We can explain it in detail. But the short version is that basically it just collects a list of email addresses for you and then allows you to send them a whole bunch of emails and do this very next step, which is auto sell to them. Now, this will increase the amount of money that you can make without increasing the amount of work that you have to do. That is a leverage point, increasing the amount of money you make without increasing the work, right? If you go to your job and you get paid $20 an hour, and you work 10 hours, you get paid $200. I'm not talking about, I mean, there's taxes and all that stuff, of course, but that's how it works, right? If you get paid $50 an hour and you work 10 hours, you make $500, right? So, but when you're done working those 10 hours, that's how much you get paid. And the next week, you're not going to get paid again on that. So that is not a leverage point. I mean, it kind of is, and you can make some money fast that way because you go and you work your job. And if you want to work a job, that's fine. Like if you like what you've been getting, that's fine. But if you want to make a leverage point where you can do some work once and work less and get paid more and continue to get paid and have it be on autopilot, that's what I'm talking about. So before it was like this, we said, get the offer, which we chose Jasper as an example. So Jasper, and then we had the link. So when we made the short form video, so we chose our offer, and then we have our short video, which points them to Jasper's link, right? And then someone clicks them and get paid. So let's actually just take this, make it not confusing there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add another step in here called CRM and have it point that. So we get the short video to point to a domain. Like I said, again, we cover all this in the classes. And once it points to that domain, it goes to the CRM and goes to a landing page. And that landing page collects the email, and then it's going to auto sell them with the link. But the beautiful thing is it's a leverage point to continue to sell other products too. So what does that mean? Well, stick with me. I'm about to show you all of this, but just in quick review, we are now going to use the short form video to go to the CRM. So what is that? It looks like this. If you go to shortformriches.com, and there is, well, here, actually, we just had one right here. If you go to scarytoolbots.com, right? If you go to scarytoolbots.com, you see how they have this email address down here? You can enter your email address, and then it takes you over and it gives you the checklist. When you build a landing page like that, you make it so they enter their email address to get the Jasper link, right? So you say, hey, there's an amazing thing for AI writing. And again, it hooks into ChatGPT, so you can use that when it's not busy and all this stuff, right? You say all that in the video. And then on the landing page, you say, hey, enter your email address to get access to the amazing ChatGPT API and all this stuff that you can use when it's not busy, and Jasper that lets you write stuff, etc., right? They enter their email address, and then it goes into what's called a sequence. Now, it might be called different things. You might have heard it as a campaign or a sequence or that sort of stuff. But basically, when they enter that email address like you saw on that landing page, automatically they immediately get an email, right? That email says, hey, thanks for entering your email. We appreciate it. Here, check out this tool. And it gives them a link. What does the link go to? It is your Jasper link or whatever offer you have chosen, of course. And so then it waits a specified amount of time. Here it's set up to wait 5 hours, and then wait another 5 hours, and then wait a day, right? So it sends them another email. Also, just wanted to let you know that Jasper can do X and Y and Z, right? You can get something, and typically these companies will give you swipe files where you can go ahead and they'll give you like all the emails and what to say, right? But you can, of course, make emails as well. And so when it sends that 5-hour email, it gives them a link. Hey, here, check it out. Again, it's giving them the link to your affiliate offer right here. And then 5 hours later, oh, also I wanted to let you know about it's so crazy. Here's some people that have used it and what they've done and some examples. And again, a link to your affiliate offer, right? And so then it waits a day and it sends them another email, right? So it's continuing to delay and send them email after email after email after email. All they did once was they entered their email address on a page like so that you set up in the CRM. And once that happens, it's automatic. Now, I call that a leverage point because that automatically sells them, because we can see that as time goes by, so many hours and so many days, this is all automatic, and then it keeps going, and then you can have it set up so where once you get done selling that product after so many days worth of emails, you go to the next product, right? So if we want to grab the next product, so we sold them, like say Jasper, for example, now we're going to come over here and sell them ShineRanker, right? Or whatever. We can just keep going and going and going. And like once you build that, like it's just there. So if they enter their email address, you can send them emails every single day for an entire year and sell them stuff automatically because the CRM is just going to keep sending them emails, as many as you set up. And then when it's done with all of this stuff, again, it can just jump right into the next set of emails and start sending them emails for that, and start sending them emails for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. That is a huge leverage point because, like I said, if you have a job and you get paid $25 an hour, you work 10 hours, you got your $250 and away you go. With the CRM, if you work 10 hours and you get people, you've made some short form content, pointed them to a landing page in the CRM, and then now the CRM is grabbing their email address and sending them emails every day, all year long. You've worked those 10 hours and you're getting paid all year long for the efforts of those 10 hours. That is a leverage point, and that is a massive leverage point. This is one of the keys, in fact, to being able to get to something like $100,000 a month. And if you don't want to go all the way up to $100,000 a month, you can stop at $10,000 a month, or you can go to $200,000 a month. However, the key here is you got to do all the leverage points and stack them on top of each other, because if you just skip the CRM and do this, you're going to make some money. If you try to go and post your link out there without doing short form content, so we got our Jasper link, you want to post it just on Facebook and whatever, and even send them to the CRM, you'll make a little bit of money. But it's when you get the right things in the right order that it really starts. This is the recipe, right? If you're going to bake a cake and you just throw random ingredients in there, I mean, it might be edible, but, it's not going to be ideal as when you have the perfect cake that's amazing, right? So I love to do stuff with a leverage point where I do work now and I get paid later and later and later and later from the work I do today. So that's what this is all about. Now, I realize that a lot of people are skeptical, or some people may not understand, right? So first, let me just say that we have live classes at shortformriches.com. There also is a Facebook group, which is free. So if you go to scarytoolbots.com and you enter your email address, then you get the checklist. But right here, this in the yellow, you can join the free Facebook group, which you should definitely do, because you can go in there and then you can ask questions from people who are already successful and people who are already making money. There's over 50,000 people in the group right now, and it's growing every day. So you can go into the group, join, and ask questions from people who are currently successful, and they will help you out. And if you want even more, you can go to the shortformriches.com and get this free training that you see right here, plus get in the live classes, and then we just cover everything. So the whole process, right? So, the redirect, the short form content, CRM, the landing pages, the whole 9 yards, right? And so if you're lost, there is more help. You can get it, but definitely start with the free Facebook group that you can get to from scarytoolbots.com right here. And then if you want to get the live classes, definitely get in, because the price goes up, right? So once the price goes up, you get the same thing either way. So if you pay less now or you pay more later, then, I'm a fan of paying less now and getting the same thing. So definitely do that. But the most important thing here, as we look at the last point here, is to understand and ask this question, right? So first of all, I realize that you've probably looked at other options to make money online from home, right? I'm sure you have. Number two, you've probably found a lot of things that you're like, I don't think that's going to work. And you might be right. Or you've found things that look like a scam, and you might be right. And you found things that are just not going to work, right? So have you found anything that gives you a system that looks like a real business? Because that's what this is. This is what businesses use to make money. They generate leads to their offer, but they send them to a CRM, and then they sell to them all the time. Look in your email box. How many emails do you get, whether it's from your internet service provider, or it's from another company that you signed up with something that you're interested in, and you just get these emails, and they're just, constantly offering you a deal, trying to sell you something, whether it's a store or whether it's a company that you're interested in, a pair of shoes, it doesn't matter. They're sending you emails. That's from the CRM. That's all automatic. That's not a person sitting there like sending those emails out one by one to you. That is, they load them up in a CRM and they send them to everybody on autopilot, right? So you can do the same thing that big companies do. You just have to get the leverage points in the right order. So I have a question for you. First of all, does this make sense? Doesn't it make sense that big companies that make tons of money have it figured out, and you can just copy what works? Does that make sense? Does it make sense that you want to do the things that work and not have to reinvent the wheel? Right. So I'm with you. And so my question for you is, what if it works? Now, it might sound crazy, but inherently as human beings, the first thing we say is, that's not going to work, right? You've already said it in your video. At some point in this video, in your head, you've said, that's not going to work, right? What if it does work? So if it does work, think about that. A month from now, what if you make $1,000? And then 3 months from now, what if you make $3,000? And then 4 or 5 months from now, what if you make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000? And then 9 months from now, what if you're making $10,000, $15,000 a month? And then a year from now, what if you're making $20,000, $30,000 a month, right? Because 1 year from now is coming. And if you keep doing what you're doing right now, you're going to be in the same spot 1 year from now. But if you change and you start using leverage points to really dial it in and leverage work, so you have to do less work and you get paid more, that could translate to a lot of things for you. So what would you do with another $10,000 a month, or another $3,000 a month, or another $20,000 a month? Like, stop and think for a second. What would that look like? How would that feel? What would you do with the money? So what if this actually works? I think you owe it to yourself to find out, and at the very least, go to scarytoolbots.com and join the free Facebook group. But honestly, if you really want to know, go to shortformriches.com, join up, and then I will see you in the next live class, and I will see you in the Facebook group. And until then, happy money making from home.